Hi and welcome to ARCORE Germany 2 new Armagnac review. And today I have for you not one premiere, I have for you two premiere, because we have here the first time in Armagnac from the Haut Armagnac region and first time in Armagnac from the Château Arton. At this time we have the La Reserve, and I hope you enjoy this review. So before we start with the review and also tasting in a few moments, I would like to provide you a few information about the Château Arton in advance. So we are in the year 981. In this year, Patrick de Montal and Victoire de Montesquiou overtook this chateau, and it was at this time in dire need of a renovation, and they said, yes, we take the challenge, and started with the renovation. So they renovated the chateau for many years, and in 1981 they also start with the planting of the first vines, and they have an estate of 88 hectares, and from this 88 hectares, 35 hectares are currently under cultivation. So the soil which we have here is a mixture of clay and limestone, and they use for their Armagnac productions the grape varieties Ugni Blanc and Colombard. So they don't only sell the Armagnac, they also have some wines. They sell, for example, some Sauvignon Blanc, some Syrah, some Merlot, and also some Carbernet Sauvignon. So these were the information in advance to the Château Arton. We start with the review. And of course we also want to have the short look to the bottle, and yes, a very interesting bottle and label design, especially in my opinion. I also bought myself a big bottle some years ago, so I still had it, and it's a little different design. You will see it in a few moments when we start with the tasting. So yeah, we have a little change in the design, label design, but anyway, very interesting, nice looking label in my opinion. And the Armagnac which I have was bottled in 2022. So this Armagnac is at least 6 years old. We have the original bottling, Haut Armagnac, of course, Ugni Blanc and Colombard were the grape varieties which were also used for this Armagnac. 45% is the ABV. This bottle is available in different sizes, and we have here no additives. The bottle price is €80. These were all the information in advance for this Armagnac, and we want to start with the tasting. So first, before we start now with the tasting, we want to have a short look to the bottle which I have, and as you can see, this is a little bit more classic style label, nothing fancy. I think it's still a very nice label, but of course now we have a little bit more modern design here from the label compared here to the old edition here, but I actually cannot tell you anything about the content, so if the content is the same like at the new design bottles or if there is a difference, I don't know. So they say it is at least 6 years old, but so yeah, you can see I tried already from this Armagnac some time ago, and I know that it's a very good Armagnac, but also I think there are definitely older Armagnac here inside, maybe something into the direction of 30-year-old Armagnac I could imagine. But yes, I don't want to talk too much in advance here to this Armagnac, so we want to start now with the look to the color first. And you can see we have a very nice amber color in my opinion, very nice. And from the aromas from the nose, we want to look what we can find here. Yes. Beautiful fruity flavors here on the nose. You have a very intense orange flavor here. Also a little bit of some lemon. But on the other side you feel already a little bit from the cask influence with some cedarwood. A little bit of some cloves, very nice. So yes, here, a beautiful mixture of these flavors. If I have to criticize just a little bit something here, then it would be that the flavors don't have a lot of intensity here on the nose. You can smell the flavors, you feel the flavors, but not very intense. So I would like to see a bit more intensity on the nose, but though the flavors you have are very nice. Okay, let's try it. Santé. have it correct in mind. A palate is just outstanding from this Armagnac. Beautiful palate. For me, the highlight also. First, it starts sweet, fruity again, caramelized oranges. And then, just after 1 second maybe, you get intensity, you get the pepper, black pepper, you get spiciness, you get also then a little bit of some lavender honey. And that's for me also a little herbal influence here on the palate with a beautiful chamomile, very nice, beautiful, so very juicy, fruity palate and also spicy palate, beautiful here, this interplay, wonderful. So I'm a really big fan from this Armagnac, and for me it even has on the palate some whiskey vibes here, some Speyside whiskey vibes here, very good, yeah. And then we have the also very good finish. Here it continues here with the caramel, with the pepper, this stays, you have a quite long finish here, you get some cacao, and also, if you like, a little bit of some roasted pine seeds. Very nice. Beautiful finish as well. Very good. Yeah. And maybe also a finish, yeah, a subtle note of some dried figs. But subtle note, but there are a little bit of some dried figs. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. So, yes, no spice. I would like to see, as I mentioned, a little bit more intensity because the Armagnac has intensity inside. You feel it in the finish and also in the palate that the Armagnac has intensity, a lot of spiciness inside. I mean, we have here 45% only, but a lot of power on the palate here and also on the finish. And yes, for me the palate is outstanding from this Armagnac. Beautiful here, this interplay. And I mean, palate-wise, you feel it, that it's not, for example, a Tenerés or Bas Armagnac in my opinion. Yeah, you feel the difference a little bit. You have here on one side spiciness, intensity, and on the other side fruitiness. And also, though it has this spiciness and intensity inside, it's still very comfortable to drink because it's, yes, even a kind of smooth in combination with the spiciness. So a huge complexity on the palate, and that is what I like the most at this Armagnac. And so when we have a look to the points at the end, 22.5 for the nose and 24 for this outstanding palate and 23 for the finish. And also price-wise for me, the price is absolutely fair for this Armagnac because you feel that you have here old matured Armagnac inside, you have of course some young Armagnac inside, and it's a beautiful here interplay, a beautiful balanced Armagnac with all these kind or these types of flavors and directions. And so 23.5 for the overall impression, and so we have in total 93 points for this Haut Armagnac from the Château Arton La Reserve. Really, absolutely recommendation for me. Of course, I cannot, I just mentioned before, tell you if there are differences to the new La Reserve design, if there is another, if they use some different vintages here, some other vintages. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you. But this vintage, and I'm really happy to, by the way, have a big bottle from this Armagnac. Yes, and I know there's still a lot of Armagnac left, but I think there's a chance for you to try a little bit from this Armagnac if you like. So there will be the 200th release in a few reviews, and there we will have then also some samples for you, and then you can also win a sample from this Armagnac here. So, yeah, and of course, if you have the chance to try this Armagnac, then of course let me know what your experience is with it. Did you try the new design? How did you like the new design? And maybe we have here quite same flavors. Let me know what you find there. And so yeah, we are at the end here of the review today. I of course really hope you like it, and there will be also coming some new Haut Armagnac reviews in the future. I will try to organize something from Arton, but I also want to try something from another producer from the Haut Armagnac. I don't have the name of the producer in mind now, but yes, have a look to my website, and the best is to have a subscription. Then you will always get information when I have new reviews here, new videos, and then we can try also some other Haut Armagnac because yes, it's a little bit under the radar for me, the Haut Armagnac, but they also have some great Armagnac there. Maybe a little bit more pricey Armagnac to be honest, but also very good quality as this La Reserve here today. That's it. Have a great time. Leave a thumb up, subscribe my channel, and see you next time.